We're live. As you can see, and if you saw my short that's uploaded, checked up my mind about putting these on the inside. I decided I wanted them on the outside. Now, here's the deal. I don't really have one that's just right on the front. I have this beautiful one on the back, but I do love them like this better. And there was a reason I done that because I knew that if I put them on the inside and then put pockets in here, I would be covering up so much of them. So I'm going to put black lace pockets here. And yeah, I love this. I just sewed a piece to each side. So to make it a little bit taller. See what she does. Um, my cousin's daughter was making me an announcement for my our fall fest, not my fall fest. But anyway, and she was sending it to me now. I need to download it. Thank you for doing it. There we go. Okay, I got it downloaded. Now let's go to Facebook, change who we are, and upload it. We are now Covenant Family Worship Center. Oh, did I not make it? Should be public. Everything's good. It's not giving me a chance to share it, is it? I bet they figure it out. Let me go back to me. Is anybody here yet? No, nobody's here yet. So I forgot to check and see if anybody was on. I checked a while ago. There. And I'm going to share this to my page. Mhm. There we go. I was making sure. There. Okay. I need to grab some stuff. So anyway, so this is the cover. We have one more set of signatures to get finished to go in it. And we're going to attach this as our tassel. And yes, I know he's going to be hanging over our horsey, but it's okay. It's okay. Little leather tassel. So anyway, it'll be okay because it's removable, right? Like that one, we have blue satin thing. And we put little gold things on the edges. There we go. Sometimes when I make these bigger journals, the edges feel floppy to me. So anyway, hey honey, how are you? Thank you. This one is for Edna. I like the back of it better than I do any part of it, but I love that back horse. So pretty, but there was no way to turn the fabric around to get it to be the front horse. Or if there was, I ain't figured it out. So, but we're not here to work on that journal. We're here to play with some fall stuff. So let me go get some fall papers. I know I got fall papers. Oh my goodness. How are you today, Miss Michelle? How are you today, honey? Keep digging. Keep digging. You know you have way too much stuff. Okay, this is Christmas. I think this may all be Christmas here. But I thought, hold on. I got one in here wedged. Don't be doing that. Okay. What a what a there. Good gravy. That was rough. Okay, this one and this one. Here we go. I knew I had some false here. Okay, I'm gonna put the two Christmases back on the bottom. There we go. All go in there. Oh goodness. So the November swap is, oh, you have to go to the doctor today? The November swap is make anything that you want that is fall themed. And so far I have Butter, Doretha, Sharon, Angela, Lori, Beth, Steph, and Bonnie signed up. So we're gonna see what Cindy's gonna make. Hi Juju. Juju, you wanna sign up for the November trade, honey? How's your back today? You Juju wants to sign up. I got you, honey. Juju. There we go. So you get to make anything you want. It just needs to be fall themed. I showed y'all a beautiful thing that um a beautiful folio that Sharon made for me. Yay, I'm glad it's better. She made me this little flip up folio and it's got pockets, pockets, and pockets. So, but you can make anything you want. It just needs to be fall themed. Now, I did say, not to be chintzy. Don't make one little Twinkie and send it, okay? If you're making Twinkies, make several, 3 or 4, okay? Anyway, oh, did I write down? Thinking of that made me think. Beth messaged and said she wanted to be on here too. Need to write her down. See, there we go. So I'm pulling out my seasonal papers. Hi, Ellen Belly. How you doing? Ellen, would you like to join our swap, honey? We're doing a fall themed. This is seasonal papers, yes. And this is all seasoned. It's got spring, Easter. Let's get to the back. That's all Easter. Oh no, there's some other back there. There we go. It's got some candy corn. And it's got some Happy Halloween. I'm doing Happy Halloween, y'all know that. Although I do like that, but the candy corn, I kind of like the candy corn. Candy corn is very fallish. Let's pull out a couple of those. Maybe we'll go ahead and do all three of them, and then we'll be done. And we're going to pull this out too because we may never use it, but we may use it. We may never use it, but we may use it. That made a lot of sense. Did y'all understand that? Oh, fall things and painting papers, but you don't want to swap with somebody. You can be part of the swap. That's a stamp. Hey, I did a juju trick this morning. Yes, I did. This one is a brand new one. This is, yeah, this is from Dana. Ever get a chance to go to Dana's sales, you should go because she nearly always has lots of good papers. Good papers. Are these double sided? Yes. Yes, you don't want to be part of the swap, or yes, you do. You have to explain things in detail with me because I work with children, and children love vague answers. They like to say, uh-huh, uh-uh. Yes, nice paper. Okay. This is definitely fall paper. Ooh, 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 I do like that. This is not double-sided. I thought it was double-sided. Not crazy about that one. Love that one. Yeah, we're gonna have to do something with that one. I don't. Does anybody else like? This is one of the things I hate about pads. And when I do Ginger's um thing that Ginger does, Pam does, I'm supposed to be on there in November. If she asks me what kind of paper I'm getting rid of, right here, scrap pad. Yeah, scrap pads. Because there's too much in it that I don't ever use. I don't use these great big things. I don't use the big things that's got words on them. And most of the time, I don't use this stuff right here. Every once in a while, I'll cut it out, but not very often. So yeah, these are the things that would go when she asked me that question. Oh, we gotta have a leaf. I love the leaves. I don't use these. Yep, I don't use these. Paint on and do prints on. Yeah, honey, if you saw how much paper I have, you would understand why it's not a pressing need. If I ever get it all used up, I will. Okay. If I ever get to a point, I have two drawers that fit. These set 12 by 12 set side by side, and they're both stacked all the way to the top of the drawers on both drawers. So, Edna, hi, honey. Hi, Lori. So, Edna, I made your cover for your journal today, and I decided I wanted to put the horsies on the front. Now, you have a horsey going off here and a horsey coming on, and then this beautiful horsey on the back. I sewed the fabric to make it wide. And there's a reason I did this because I want I like to put pockets on the inside, and I was afraid if I put the horsies on the inside and put the pockets on the inside, I'd cover up most of the horsies. So I think it turned out beautiful. Turned out beautiful. So I'm gonna put black lace. Oh, while you're here, I have a question. So, I don't know if you saw me working in your journal last night. This is one of the signatures I have. I had a horse book. Anyway, we have lots of horsey pictures, lots of things that have horses. We look, there's a horse in there. My Little Pony. I had these My Little Pony cards, and I cut out the My Little Pony thing. Yeah, no, I have a weird sense of humor. If you don't know that, you should know that by now. By now, you should know that. Okay, there it is. I was gonna say I had a beautiful thing there. So I'm really enjoying working in this journal. Anyhow, but yeah, we have a lot of stuff. But this is my question. This is my question. Um, do you want lace on your pages? Do you want lace on your pages? I wanted to ask you this. See, I've got writing stuff. Look at all the horses. So this is called grid paper, grid journal paper, grid journal paper. It's a grid journal, and you journal and put pictures or art in the things, and there is more in here than the ones I filled in. These are from the book. Anyway, lace. I need to know lace. Hi, Carol. How are you, honey? Look at that one. I made a frame for him. He's beautiful. Okay, so some of the horses that are not from the book I created in AI, and some of them I got from Pixabay with regular content creation usage. And so, yeah, yep, yep. Anyway, but I need to know about yes lace on the pages. That's what I need to know. So, anyway, and that's going to sit in there really nice. That's going to be so pretty. So pretty. I'm going to put you extra ones of those to play with. But today we're working on our fall trade. So for November we are doing a trade, and we are trading. This is what we're trading. We are trading a piece of ephemera crafty thing. I'll just give you some examples: folios, tags, journal cards, twinchies, coins that are fall themed. They don't have to be fall paper, but fall themed. Okay. And then I'm asking you to write a note to your trade partner expressing something that you're extremely grateful for this year. So, and, maybe your trade partner, because we all trade so much together. Maybe you're grateful that they're your friend, that kind of thing. Anyway, so you don't have to be all mushy, but you just need to. We're just expressing our gratitude, right? Anyway, so we're picking out some papers to use. Do you like that one? Oh, did I pull out one of those? Oh, yeah, is that it? Hold on. I have to look and see what I've pulled out. No, I did not pull out one of those. I like that. So we got enough pulled, and we're going to start working. We'll leave that out. So, what do we want to make first? I think the first thing we're going to make is this that I watched this morning. I don't want to fold it like this. And fold it, and then we're going to fold it like this. Unfold it. Anyway, if you would like to sign up for this November trade, I'll take sign up names until let's do till the 29th, 30th of October, and then on the 31st, which is a Friday, I will announce who is your partner. Okay. And I always make a video, and then I also uh send out messages too. And if it's somebody that's not in like Beth's group with us, then I will usually send out a their address after I get it for you. So let's hope this turns out like we want it to. Oh, not like that. And we're going to put some more paper over that. Okay, don't worry about it being. Then we're going to hold on. Yeah, I'm just thinking, making sure I'm doing that how I want it done. And then we're going to fold it like that. Yeah, like that. Like that. So we're going to put some pretty paper down in here. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to go back here. And we're going to grab that Clash. I don't like it. I like that. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to fold this in half. So if you didn't catch what I did there, it's just a little folio of sorts that you can make. You fold it halfway this way, then you open it and fold it halfway the other way. And then you fold in your corner. Oops, not straight. Then you fold in your corners to make pockets, and then you cut one thing. But we're fixing to cut right here. We're going to cut all the way across here because we want this piece of paper right here. Start with piece of paper right here. There we go. And we're hoping it's going to be big enough. So, and hi, Carol. If I didn't say hi to you, honey, I'm sorry. Anyway, so somebody asked me last night in chat if Monday night is my regular night, my regular scheduled night, and I always do Monday nights. I've been doing Monday nights. I've been going live on Monday nights for 7 years. Okay. Started out just selling jewelry, and then about 3 or 4 years ago, I started doing crafting videos, and I also did some videos where we did what's for dinner, videos. Okay, I do like that. We'll do that down just like that. Do that down just like that, and I think we're gonna be matched up. I need to cut that straight though. Anyway, um, and then way back when, because I've been on YouTube for 20 something years. Way back when, I used to make book trailers for book publishers back when I did book review. Way back when, like, and then I have some videos of my kids. So specifically, my youngest son that passed away. Anyway, I have some videos of him, and all that stuff is set private. That's why y'all don't see it. It's all set private. I actually deleted some videos this morning. Nothing wrong with it. There wasn't no reason for it to be on. So what did I do with my other glue? Is that it up there? No, that's Craft Bond. That'll work. I have all different kinds of glue floating around here. This one here is Elmer's Craft Bond put into my Nuvo bottle. Anyway, but so my regular night that I always come on, I even came on live when I was in the hospital. If you've been around since then, that was in 2023. In December of 2023, I was in the hospital for 6 days, and I came on live and told y'all I'm not having a sale tonight. Anyway, and explained why I was in the hospital. That was when I had all that fluid in the sac around my heart. Nearly 2 liters. It was nearly 2 liters. The doctor told me he had never had a patient that had that much fluid around their heart. Wow, that amazed me because surely. Anyway, my cousin had the same thing happen to her where she had a pericardial effusion like I did, except for hers came on real fast, where mine came on real slow. Mine developed over 6 months and came on real slow, and hers came on real fast, and she nearly died before they figured out what was wrong with her. So that is a lot. Yes, it is. But the reason I had to stay in the hospital for 6 days, and I was in the ICU the whole time, was um, my blood was too thin for them to do the procedure, because I took blood thinners, because I have a pacemaker and I have heart issues, and so I took blood thinners. Anyway, so my blood was too thin for them to do the procedure. And actually, the same day I had the procedure, I got 2 units of plasma, because my blood was still thinner than they wanted, but they didn't want to wait no longer because the insurance was kicking dust. And the insurance don't like for you to be there too long. So they were kicking dust, and yeah. Oh, they didn't want to wait until Monday. They done it on a Friday. I got to come home on Tuesday, and the only reason I got to come home that Tuesday, it was Tuesday the 19th of December, was because I begged the doctor. I told him, please, you've got to let me go home. I said, I'm a children's pastor, and I'm having a Christmas party for my kids on Wednesday night. I need to go home. So he let me go home. I went to the Christmas party in my jammies. The kids were so happy to see me, though. That's how you know you loved, when the kids they didn't care I had on my jammies. They just been praying for Miss Cindy to get well and come back. So anyway, I love my kiddos. I've been children's pastor there 8 years. Most of my kids, not all of them, but most of my kids were born came, since I came and was children's pastor. In fact, one of my, what I call my OGs, my original gangsters, my original kids, one of them graduated last year, and one of them is graduating this year. And it just makes me go, oh my God. Actually, two of them are graduating this year, because Taryn is graduating too. So there's a little girl that she lived in the neighborhood behind us. None of her family went to church, none of them. And she would ride her bicycle up to church every Sunday morning while she was a kid. She would ride her bicycle up and come to church with us. So um yeah, there we go. That's cute. So I'm probably going to put some stickers in there, and some tags and stuff like that. We'll probably, oh, do y'all not just hate, you know that you folded that as straight as you can, and then when you glue it down, you got white showing. That just gripes me to death. Just gripes me at myself. So somewhere in here there is a ink pad somewhere. Do we see it on screen? No, we don't see it on screen. There it is. It got moved in the wrong spot. Let's do a little inky, you know, because we can. No other reason but because we can. So I made this with a sheet and a half. Okay. If you're wondering how much I used here, it's a sheet and a half. And you know what? We open this like this. There's nothing here. There ain't nothing that says we can't put a pocket right there, is they? There ain't nothing that says we can't. So now, as I'm thinking about what I've done here, let me just tell you. Uh, yeah, this is going to have to go in probably, how wide is this? 6 inches? Yeah, 31. This is going to probably have to go in a 9x6 envelope if I can get it in that. What happens here? Y'all know what else I done this morning? I got up and made some pumpkin muffins. Pumpkin muffins. And they were good. Good, good, good. Made 2 dozen. You know what? We're going to do a little bit of something here. Just because. So, just because we can. That's probably why Sharon always gets scared when I bring that out, because I'm always slapping on it. Nope, 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 nope. Just, uh, I just started throwing things in a thing. So it had 3 cups of flour, about 3/4 of a cup of sugar, and then 2 eggs, a can of pumpkin, a half a cup of oil, and then it had pumpkin pie spice and cinnamon. And I mixed it all up with milk. And I probably used about 3/4 cup of a milk, 3/4 of a cup of milk. And I mixed it up with milk. And then I got my finger in it and tasted it to see if I liked how it tasted. And I did. And so after that I scooped it into muffin tins. I made 20. It made 24 muffins. So um, I'll only eat pumpkin in pumpkin bread. I don't eat pumpkin pie, and I only eat pumpkin in pumpkin bread or pumpkin muffins. I'm not real crazy about pumpkin pie spice, y'all. What is funny is, hi Angela, is that I got a package the other day from Angie. I bought some stuff on her whatnot, and she sent me some pumpkin pie spice tea. But I put out some new bath soap in my bathroom because we used it up, and I had some that is pumpkin and chai latte flavored smelling. And yeah, very interesting. Every time I smell it, it makes me hungry. Okay, I think that's what I want inside there. Let's put that in there. Do I do Bible journaling? Yeah. Yeah, I don't. I have a journaling Bible. I have actually 3 journaling Bibles. I have a creative art Bible, and I have a journaling Bible. One of the first ones that they first come out with that just has the side. And I do a lot of I write a lot of stuff in my Bibles, yeah. But I don't do like a whole lot of art in it. Every once in a while, I read something that makes me think about drawing a picture or something like that. But yeah, for the most part, because I stay super, super busy, I do a lot of my Bible reading on my phone. I do this Bible plan right here. Let's see, somebody. Oh, Sam's Club wants. Um, so I have this Bible app called YouVersion, and I do the Bible recap with Tara Lee Cobble, and I'm reading the Bible through in chronological order, and then she recaps it, and she has a study book that goes with it. I bought this study book. It wasn't my cup of tea. I still have it. So, but yeah. I teach a ladies' Bible study on Wednesdays. No, on Thursdays at my church. It's a small group that I started, and we are called the seasoned ladies because we're all some of the older ladies in our church. And y'all have heard me say this before. Dave and I are in the top 5 couples of being the oldest people in our church. How long did I bake it? I baked my she's talking about her thing. I baked my muffins 20 minutes. So, anyway, but we're some of the oldest people in our church, and Dave is 62 and I'm 60. We have a little couple in our church that are in their 70s, and they work us under the table. That is, we call them Mr. Ed and Grandma Pat. Part of my group. Anyway, but yeah. Oh, I really like that pocket right there. Don't y'all like that pocket right there? Let's see what kind of stickers we have. Do we have any fall stickers? Ow, my knees. Do y'all hear me say that every time I stand up? Ow, my knees. I gotta quit complaining all the time. I just complain all the time. We can do that. Let's do our leaves. Let's do flowers. Oh my gosh, Juju, I got something to show you. Let me see if I can find it. Please don't be jealous, okay? I'll send you some of them, okay? I promise I'll share. So Sharon asked me one day, she said, would you like to have some stamps? And I knew we were talking about postage stamps, not dance stamps. I said, sure. Stamps. Stamps. Oh, looky there. There's a horsey stamp. Let's put him out. Oh my gosh. Stamps. Stamps. Look, all these purple stamps. Purple journal stamps. What are those? Hugo Black. Who Hugo Black is? Like, I'm looking for more horsies. If you're wondering what I'm doing, just looking to see. Oh, there's another one. Looking to see. So what made me think about showing these to Juju was when I got in my. I have one of those things that holds 12 of these, and when I got into it, I have one of them that is stamps for stamps. Oh my gosh. These are all blue ones. These are all blue. 50th anniversary of Oklahoma statehood, 3 cents. Oklahoma statehood, 1957 stamps. Oh my gosh, they're all the same. Wow. My mom used to collect stamps and she gave them to one of those kids that is her grandkids. I don't know why she did that. I don't know why. What is this little envelope? It says 1061 set J. Ooh, they're all red stamps, and they say Kansas Territorial Centennial, 3 cents. Probably the same year because that's 1957. Look. Oh no, that's an English stamp. Has an 18p price on it. 18p. Well, ain't that interesting? You don't go in there. I bet you just went in there accidentally. So anyway, hey Doretha, how are you, honey? So I'll look through these after a while to find more horsies, but yeah. Oops, I dropped one. What was it? There we go. It's a purple heart. Okay, we pulled out the stickers. Let's see what we got in here. These are flowers. I need to do some flower buying. That's a pretty orange one. It's not really what I think of when I think of fall flowers. I think of moms. But hold your hat. Here we go, some sunflowers. Yeah, we'll hang those out. Hang those out to dry. Have some more sunflowers. There's another sunflower. Hmm. Hold on to your hat. Because these big sheets like this, these come in 9x6 sheets, and I cut them up so they fit in my box. They were from Timu, I'm sure. Either Timu or Sheen Sheen. I was ordering some stickers from Sheen. There's a nice sunflower. Anyway, that is most of this. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna keep out there. But look here. So Angie sent me these the other day, and I'm not sure that I know how to use them correctly, but I figured it out anyway. But I know that we have fall leaves over here because we had them out just the other day. But we got leaves all over here. So I think we're going to take and put one of these on. And I think I want that one right there. I'm not getting very far, am I? How long have I been here? 41 minutes. This works pretty good for me, but I have all those books too. I have all those books. So these are rub-on transfers. And I think they're not exactly intended for paper, but I'm not sure about that. Because they're a lot harder to rub on than a regular transfer is. A whole lot harder. I have to ask Angie what they're originally intended for. And that right there always worries me because I'm always afraid it's going to tear up my paper. Because it's really sticky. It has a really sticky back. Okay. Uh-oh. Pulling up a little bit right there. There we go. Okay, that's cute. You love rub-ons? I do like rub-ons, but I like for them to be a little bit easier to work with. Because those are a little scary. They scare me a little bit. So we have this one made. Let's find our thingamabob. I want a corner rounder. I want my corners rounded. And y'all see my pumpkins are going the wrong way. It's because are they going the wrong way? They're going the wrong way on both sides. So we could do it like that, set it like that, but now then that's all going the wrong way. So it's okay. It's okay. I can live with this. Actually, I should say, well, maybe it's okay because it might not be. Somebody else might not be able to live with it, Cindy. Nice. Because you are making it for somebody else. There we go. We're just going to stick a little sunflower right there. Just a little sunflower. I think we need the book. I think we need some of the books. Anyway, that's our first thing. We're done with that for now. We're going to call that one done. Oh, look. We could put an owl on it. I do like the little owl. We could put upright. Yeah. I do like the little owl. We're going to put him on it. I did cut that out to use. I don't like all the weird stuff. Y'all know I don't do weird stuff. So, anyway, yeah, I'm not a big. We were talking about, me and Jared were talking about Halloween the other day, and he was talking about this somebody did a podcast and told told these people that if people on your street decorated their house with weird stuff for Halloween, it meant that everybody on your street was going to hell. It's like, how can they say stupid stuff like that? I said, Jared, people say stupid stuff all the time. I said, but you do remember that we never celebrated Halloween when you guys were kids. He said, yeah, but we didn't tell our neighbors they were going to hell for decorating their house. So, this is true. We did not do that. But yeah, that's like people are so people, and then people wonder why people don't like Christians because they say stupid things. Although I have my doubts about whether or not they're Christians or not. Anyway, oh, do you guys watch? Let me think of her name. I know her name just as well as I know anything. What's her name? We have to look because we can't just leave it there, you know. Okay, that's Sam's. Because as soon as my her name popped up in my head, we have to go through the subscriptions and see who are we all are subscribed for. She's real soft spoken. She always uses a Bible verse at the end of her things. And she has this book system where she puts double-sided tape on all of her ephemera and stores it by category in these books. What is her name? I know her name as well as I know my own. I watch her videos all the time, and now I can't think what her name is. Y'all know who I'm talking about? Looking through the B's real good because I thought that her name started with a B. Oh, somebody else y'all should be watching is Brenda Clark. Now there are two Brenda Clarks. The one I'm talking about lives up in Canada. She is real close to Caroline from on Caroline's Trees. She's part of her design team and mod team and all that. Her name is Brenda Clark. She is a sweet, sweet lady. She comes into my channel sometimes. What is that girl's name? Oh, wait. I think I know an easier way to do it. Where's my Gmails? No, that's not Gmail. Gmail. Cindy Slinker Loven. Here we go. Do, 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 do. Nope, not on that one. Let's go back here. So, one of the things that I never delete off of my emails is and does anybody know how you find your folders anymore? I can never find my folders. Here we go. There. More. So, digital kits. Here we go. Scrapbook Sage, Tracy Fox, the Messy. That's not her. Debbie Epps, Scrapbook Sage, Carolyn. Here it is. That's her pouring my heart out for the Lord. No, that's not it. That one is the. I ordered a plant journal, a garden journal for my nephew. What is that girl's name? It's going to drive me crazy. I will find her name and put it down, but I can't think who she is, what her name is. It'll hit me. It'll hit me probably about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. This morning I woke up from a very, very vivid dream, and I mean I sat straight up in my bed. I was like, holy crap. Then I reached to see if Dave was there in the bed. So I dreamed that what was weird about it was a dream that we were in the church I grew up in, and that my dad was up on the stage with another guy, and they were playing guitars, and we were having song service. That's what they used to call it at church, song service. Anyway, and we were singing, and all of a sudden, my dad said something. He said, and I turned around and everybody was gone except for there was this little lady that was Oriental standing there with a kid holding a kid, but outside the door, I could see somebody that it was from this town that I live in that used to come to this church that I go to. It was so weird. And I'm like, oh my gosh, where'd all those people go? Where did they go? So I want to do something along the same lines as that one. Freaked me out a little bit, just to tell you the truth. I don't like being freaked out. Except we're going to do it like this. Oh no, I've bent it down too far. Holy Toledo, Cindy. I'm supposed to get all kinds of Happy Mail today. I got Happy Mail from Juju yesterday. I showed it. If you didn't see that, then you must have missed my live last night. So I've got a thing right there I don't like. What's intimidating you about it, honey? You can do anything, anything, anything. You can do it. Yeah, I literally have no kind of plan on what we're doing here. I'm just cutting and fee farting. So if I'm making you nervous, I'm sorry. This is just the fee farting. I got bends on that, but we'll fix it. We'll fix it. Now look, I remembered to make those go the right way. However, these are going the wrong way. It's okay. It's okay. It's all okay, right? It's art. Art is subjective. Look what we're going to do here. Glue this in, right like this, right like this. Come on, get over there where you're supposed to be and quit being a goober. That's one of my favorite words. I call Dave a goofy goober. Anyway, I did see that I'm supposed to get mail from Ginger Pam today, and I don't know who the other one was from. It was in an envelope that had windows on it, so I don't know who it's from. Now we've got a pocket here, and we've got a pocket here. A book this time and not a cereal box. Are you making your own spine or are you using the spine of the book? There we go. We got a pocket there. So that goes down together. Highly probable. That one goes down and makes a pocket. This is a pocket down in here. Down in here. I don't like what that looks like. So we're going to come back. And what are we going to do to make that not look like that? Tell me, tell me, tell me. What are we going to do? That needs glued on the bottom so that things don't fall out of our pocket. You like that pumpkin paper? It's pumpkin paper. I got a pot of pinto beans cooking. And they got every kind of spice you can think of. Well, not every kind, but they've got a lot of spices in them because we are making, we're going to make them into refried beans. Is what we're doing. Go there. Have refried beans, and then we have pork left from yesterday because when I did the pork, we did half of it barbecue and the other half we saved to make. And we'll make taquitos from it, rolled up taquitos, and we'll bake them and make them good and crispy. Fill them with our pork and sausage, cheese, pork and cheese, not pork and sausage, and make a good, nice taquito. And then we'll have some homemade refried beans. And I like to make my refried beans from pinto beans that I cook. I don't really refry them. They're not really refried. They're just beans, okay? That's all they are, just beans. Okay, so I really like that this has a design, a ziggy-zaggy on it. So we're going to work with our zigzag here. And we're going to cut it out. Even though we already put glue on that, we'll just put some more. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. And then we're going to do this. That right there. Right there, right there. Oops, we got a little bit of glue showing there. And then we're going to take and we're going to cut this little hole out here. Squeeze hard, Cindy. There you go. And so now we have another pocket on the back side. We have a pocket here after we let it dry real good. We have a pocket here, and this big pocket. Okay. So we're a little bit pocket poor, but that's okay. That's okay. And then we're going to take this, go right across here. Brick wrap paper. Actually, it's Halloween paper. It says Happy Halloween on the back of it. Rack paper. What my mama calls it. I noticed Beth calls it Ricky Rack. I think Teresa calls it Ricky Rack too. So there we go. And we got a little thingamabob. This never works out for me. So if this works out, we'll be singing and being happy. But usually it never works out for me. Not bad. I'll just stick that in there. Actually, that don't work because it is. There, we'll stick it in there because it is. Yeah. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. I just can't get it spit out. Here we go. This is what I want. Oh, look. You got one right here, Cindy. Let's just sit. It's right here. I'll fussy cut out this little pumpkin. Time changes. Not this Sunday, but next Sunday, if you don't know that. We shall all fall back. As my granny says, we'll flitter and fall back in it, right? I have not talked to Teresa today. No. She messaged me last night after the live to tell me that she had 3 of my journals, not 2. I had forgot she had won an envelope journal. We were trying to figure out who all had journals that I had made. Put a little pumpkin on it. It looks okay. A little bit pumpkin. Just a little bit pumpkin. Do, 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 do. That's, I don't know why that's in my head. I don't, I want to save this part right here. Maybe we'll cut out this little butterfly too. We almost decapitated him, but we can cut him out. Kind of pretty. There. It actually goes like that. There's his little antennae there. Making a Christmas journal to give away. How nice. See, that will fit in a note in an envelope. In an envelope. Trying to see. It's later than I thought it was. I ate some of those muffins. That's why I didn't get hungry for lunch. It's like, why am I not hungry for something to eat for lunch? Usually I get hungry about now. Don't know what Mr. Man ate. I heard him in there eating. Is there any more full pumpkins on that? Nope. They're all partial pumpkins. Trying to remember to pick up my trash and throw it away as I work. So we're supposed to have a couple of days that it's supposed to be like in the low 80s this week, and then after that, we're supposed to hit like good fall temperatures, high in the 70s, lows in the 40s. I'm ready, but I don't want it to freeze up my peppers. I got a whole bunch of peppers on my pepper plant out in the yard here. It's just right out there. So I'm gonna, because they're in a pot, I'm gonna pick them up and put them on the porch. I thought about bringing them in. Then I read that pepper plants are not good for kitty cats. They can make them sick. And our poor old cat has enough trouble being sick just eating food. Yeah. Anyway, we don't have any plants inside anymore. When we lived in our last place where we lived in Conway, I had a sunroom and I had a lot of plants in it, but I got rid of them when we left. There. I like the little mushroom on it. I like that one. I think it's cute. I gotta put some ink on it because it blends into the background, and I don't like things to blend in unless they're supposed to blend in. There, there, that's good. Actually, I know I had saw a piece of it earlier. Y'all see, I have all this stuff just floating around here. This is why I can never find anything. That needs to be put up. I'm done with it. There's one more things. I'll be upset. I still haven't found my second silver one. I don't know where it is. There it is. That's what I'm looking for right there. This right here is what I'm looking for. I have a whole bunch of these because this is what was the tabs on those velvet curtains. They were the tabs to hold them. You slid your rod through on the backside. So I have a whole bunch of these. You're using it this year? I haven't even thought about Christmas stuff yet. I'm doing good to think about fall is my opinion. That glue there is Elmer's Craft Bond glue. That was the glue I used all the time until I was gifted my Petunia press. Now I just sometimes pour it into my Petunia press bottle, but also I put that PVA glue into my Petunia press bottle. I have the Nuvo glue that comes in the Petunia press bottles. Although right now I only have one bottle of Nuvo, and when I tried to order some, most of the places that I tried to order it from, Michael's, Petunia Press, I can't think where else. Even Amazon was out of the size I needed. So I was not happy about that. Okay, so we put a little tab. Guys, I've got to clean my room. I have got to. I'm fixing to go crazy. It's driving me nuts. I can't find nothing. I was looking for my little one. I don't see it. So we're going to put a little blue staple on that one. And there we go. We're going to leave it hanging like that because it's kind of gluey, goopy. Now, what do we want to make? What do we want to make now, guys? Tell me, what do you think we should make now? Glitter. That's okay. We'll just tear them both. Whatever I decide. Okay. Well, this time I'm making a little book. Okay. And I've tore all my corners. And now I'm going to ink them all. Inky, inky, inky. We're going to ink them. And now we're going to open this up and we're going to find what we have done with. Ooh, I thought I hung those back up. Did I not? Not here. They got to be here. Good scissors. Take it back in the scissor drawer. Okay. A while ago, it wouldn't recognize my fingerprint because, okay, they have not fallen down in there. So they got to be here on this crazy desk. They may be in that bucket right there. Okay, here. Yeah. No, I did not, but this one will work. This one will work. I'm looking for my little Tim Holtz ring of journals that I had last night. Oh, okay, we will use these in that. I wondered why I was going to use those. Now I know. Now I know where we're going to use those. Tell me what I'm doing. Okay. So, y'all know I sell, and I always have half pages of paper. I use them most of the time for doing gel prints on, but today we're going to use them for this. But before we do this, we're going to just stencil the inside of our book so it's not just plain white because I think I was prejudiced against white. I don't like just white pages. Unless they're lined and have lining on them, like for writing on, okay? Very cool. I like. Okay, that's good. That can go away for now. So these I got from Kelly from Lovely Sale. They were 4 for $1. These are like multiple pockets, like little multiple pockets. And we're going to put one of these on the inside. And we're just gonna glue down 3 edges, okay? Here we go. Put those down. Just like that. There. Now, I'll show you all the pockets, okay? So we have a pocket in the back. We have a pocket right here. We have a pocket right here, a pocket right here, and a pocket right there. So, I'm just going to stick just a couple little things in. Actually, one right here. I'm just looking for stamps that have like fall colors. Look at the little puppy dog. We'll stick him in. This one says Ameripex 86. We'll stick it in. It's kind of yellowy, orangey. Oh, that's pretty. Merry Christmas 1975. Early card by Louis Prang. Those are cool. I don't think those, yeah, it says US postage. Huh. Anyway, those are neat. I'm just looking for very fall colors. Put Will Rogers in. That it's a brown color on cream. There, there. It's fun to sort through. Okay. Now we're going to make pages to go in our book. And we've just pulled white paper out. And we're going to see. Yep. How many we got? 1, 2, 3. That'll give us 6 little pages in it. Okay. Let's make sure we're all on the same at the same right here. And we're going to cut. How wide is this? Excuse you. 2.5 inches. Okay, to 5 inches, 5 1/4. Just to right like that. And then we're going to turn it. I think, how tall is this? 21 to 27. I think we'll go just to there. All right. There we go. And we're going to fold it. What I want to do is lay them over there. Hold that. Okay. There. And I'll do some of this green thread. And we're going to sew them in just like we would a journal. Do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. There we go. Look at that. I got it in on the first try. I must be living right. Spitting white. Do y'all get that when I say stuff like that? They're both. They are. They are. This is true. Hi, Brenda. Did not see you come in, honey. That was always something that they always said when I was a kid. You need to live right and spit white. My granny didn't spit white. She dipped snuff. Looky there. Perfect. And we ain't measuring or anything fancy. We're just going to sew it. So, so a couple of weeks ago, no, a week ago Sunday, we went out to some friend's house that live out at the foot of the mountains, um, what we call Bootlegger Mountains. And I was telling her stories about, because she lives in the community that I was born in and lived in until I was till I was, I don't know, oh, 9. We left when I was 9. Anyway, but I mean, my family lived in it, so we came back to visit. Anyway, it's out in the country here, and they live in that community, and so I was telling her stories about the church there near where she lives is the church my daddy started preaching in, and then like mountains about the men going up in the hills and praying. And there was one man that went up in the hills and prayed, and he would build little altars with 3 stones on them to represent the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Uh, so all around the country, back in there in the woods, you can find altars that he built. Pray, but they would say that the people that were down in the valley, the men be up in the hills praying, and that people down in the valley could hear them and stuff. And sometimes they would be so convicted hearing the people pray for their lost families, they would come to church and get saved. Cool stories. There we go. And just like that, we made us a little book. Just like that. Have a little pocket here on it. That one's wanting to fall all the way through. There. We have our little book. So, hi, Esther. Yeah, and we were talking about how when we were kids, we always called it Moonshine Mountains. They were because there was moonshiners up in there. Anyway, she said that they have actually found parts of old stills up on their land. They bought 40 something acres up in there. 43. Anyway, they've found moonshine stills up parts up in there. So this right here is one of the things that I bought from Kelly, that Kelly made, that I bought over at Lovely's. And it's a little pocket, and I'm seeing that I need to glue this part down right here because I got stuff sliding out of the bottom. So let's put a little glue down in there. There we go. I gotta. I got water. Let's see what we can find to decorate the front of that. Do y'all see what I've done? Can't believe I've done that. I'm just as goofy as the day is long. It needs to go right. Y'all know I'm not going to be able to pull that, am I? Come on. Come on. I- I'm going to have to do it again. I don't want to do it again. Hold on. Hold on, you. I can slide it around there, but I can't slide it through here. This is what happens when you don't use wax thread. This is also what happens when you're not paying attention to whether or not you got all your strings pulled tight, Cindy. Lou Bob, you goober. Here we go. Let's find a needle. If we can't pull this loose, pull it off. Okay, guys. Esther, we are working on thankful things. That is our theme for our swap for November. Is you make anything you want with a fall thankful theme, and then we're only doing one partner this time, and then yes, we got it. Did we get it pulled? Did we get it? Yes, we got untied. Yes, we got it where it's tied. Yeah, 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 yeah. I got it. Anyway, and then you send whoever your partner is, you send them a note and tell them something that you're grateful for. And you can make whatever you want. You can paint something. You can, yeah, you can paint something. You can make a little ephemera piece. You can make a card. You can make, I'm making a little book here. I've made several little pocket things. So, yeah. Yep. So I've made a little book. Now I've got my thread fixed on it, right? Let me put that needle up. Let's put some stickers on the front of it. Let's see. Let's find some of our leaves. Oh, you're looking for donations. Do you need the donations before November or when you do the walk? And the reason I'm asking, I did pay my rent to the wrong person this month, so I'm out $475. So October has been very interesting, to say the least. And I did it with MetaPay, and yeah, they don't refund on MetaPay. You have to ask the person to give you the money back, which the person that I sent it to, they say they didn't get it. So we don't know where the money is. My bank is working on trying to file a dispute, but we don't know how that's going to work out for me. And they have 90 days to respond to any kind of dispute. So, and we're going to take our little pen here, and I think it won't smear because they're thankful. So yeah. So I use MetaPay to pay, and so here's what happened. My landlord's name is Samuel Adam, and when I scrolled down to it, I didn't realize it scrolled past his name and went to the next person that had Adam in their name, and it's my friend's last name is Adams, and it went to her, and yeah, they say they didn't get it. MetaPay shows that it paid automatically. And if you don't know what MetaPay is, it's like an instant cash thing, kind of like Western Union or something. Anyway, so my bank is trying to figure out how they can file a dispute on it. And yeah, anyway. So, I mean, it's worked out. I ended up having enough for my bills and stuff like that. I was hoping to pay extra this month to the IRS. That didn't happen. So, anyways, we'll see what happens. Shoot. Oh, I was like, I know I had a leaf on my hand. There we go. So, just a little booklet. Got little pages they can write in. Yep. There we go. That's cute. So, I think the next thing I'm going to do is something a little different. Let me see. Okay, we want this. And we want this. I love my mini praying set. I love it. Like, love, 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 love it. Here we go. And we're looking for what have we done with them? Well, we'll just use one of these. And hold on. Here we go. Here's some that's already cut up, isn't it? Yeah, we use one of these. Where is? Oh, I know where it is. I just thought of something. Oh, hold on. Here we go. Oops. I'm reaching and stretching. That's why I'm grunting around like a crazy old lady. There we go. These. We'll use one of these. Leave it on the this. We've got water down here. We were using it just a minute ago. It's not pretty, but we're just gonna paint. Let's do some. You finished your little book too? Cute. Send me a picture of it in Messenger, and I'll show them on the screen if you if you're okay with that. If you don't understand what I'm doing here, I'm lifting paint. I'm just trying to lift some of that blue. And actually, you know what? Let's try one of these just as well. And it gives me some texture too. Okay, let's hit it with the dryer. Dryer. Hi, Erin. How are you? Is it afternoon? Yes, it is. It's 1 o'clock. How long have I been here? 1 hour and 32 minutes. There we go. Yes, you can do whatever you want. You can do a little journal if you want to. You can do a card. You can do whatever you want, ma'am. It's whatever you want to send in your trade. Yep. We're just doing one partner this time though. We're not doing multiple partners, okay? We're just creating sky colors. There we go. I think we're going to stay with that. Now, here we go. Guess what that is? I am a great inspiration to you. Why am I a great inspiration? I'm just me. I'm just me. I don't know. That always makes me feel uh like I don't know. I don't know how it makes me feel. And let's see. I think I want to teach you so you can craft and cook. There's a guy at church that always gives me a hard time every week when I cook, and he's just playing. He's not every time I cook at church, and he'll come back and he'll say, "That was pretty good. You can cook after all." And I told him, I said, "Dude, you don't get to look like me and Dave look if you can't cook." So, because we both plump, we're fluffies. Hi, Dana. How are you, honey? Let's see. Let's do this. Maybe just a touch of that. If you understand what I'm doing here, this is some corn stalk, some corn in the field, and we're going to come back after all of this dries, and we're going to use a pin and come back over it and make our little things. So your cousin starts chemo, okay? Yes, yes. If it fits through your thing, yes, you can use. Yeah, if it fits through your thing. However, you need to be very careful to make sure that it's not putting too much pressure. If it's too thick and it's putting too much pressure on your rollers, you can pop those rollers and you've ruined your thing. So make sure it goes through easily, okay? Is the only thing I would advise. The very first cuddle bug that I had, I did that too. I popped it. I popped it. This is a little bitty pumpkin. Now, I don't know if these will end up going or not because I'm not exactly just overly thrilled with it. Yeah, so you can, okay, let me just show you inside of my big one here. Oh, so I'm going to hold this upside down and tilt it around, and hopefully I can show you what I mean, but I don't know. Okay, yeah, there. Saw it there just a minute ago. So, okay. Right up in here, right up in here, and I don't know if you can see I'm not real good on here. Okay, so I'm trying to tilt it just a certain way. Let's see if I can do this. So right up inside of this part, right up inside of this, some of them are on top and some of them are on bottom. You see that metal roller down in there? If you have too much pressure, it can break. It can pop those roller pins, and yeah, it can pop those roller pins. that thing's dusty. It's been sitting under there. So anyway, and see what I done? I stinking yeah, I knocked my thing over and I've poured my paint. Poured my paint on both of those. Okay, now let me see this. Oh no 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 no. Okay. We're gonna leave that, and I'll come back and see if I can't correct it with some other paint. But I've made this one too round, and I like the shape of that one. So we're gonna see if I can come in and make a little there, there, there. I like that better. There. Yep, I like that better. Where it's in your face. One more little pumpkin down there. Now, okay. It needed some hips. Yeah, I added it some hips. And I need to dry some things, guys. Sorry. You may have to move to the basement. I don't have a basement. I may need to get rid of some things. In fact, I know I'm fixing to get rid of some books. I have so many books that I've bought that I think will be awesome to use, and they need to go. Okay, y'all ready? It's time for leaves. There. Let's see, what did she say? So in my room, I have my desk, that's my computer. I have this where I craft, and I have another room desk over here where I have my big shot, my electronic die cutter, and my great big cutting board. And all that stays piled up, horribly piled up. I'm just I'm a piler. I've always been a person that piles things. And so yeah, I'm just a piler. So it just stays piled up. It's it's not a good situation. Now, this is what I want to do now. I want to see if we can do this. Beautiful painting. Mm, not really, but okay. So I'm trying. I'm trying. This is probably the one place where I have the least faith in myself is my painting. I love to paint, but I don't have a lot of faith in myself when I paint. It's just like, okay. Now this pumpkin right here, her color is just not. I'm not happy with her color. So we're gonna give her a little bit more color here. I think I know what I'm gonna do to solve this problem here. I'm okay with that. And I want to take this right here. uh, I'm gonna I'm gonna go through and add some leaf things in this, some veins in my leaves with my pen in a minute. And I'm trying to make my corn not be even. But I need to come back now and make some corn husk. And I think I want them to be a little darker. I think we're gonna go up here and make this even darker. And there we go. Whew, my belly grabs. I haven't ate since this morning. I ate some muffins. I don't know if I like that or not. I don't like that for sure, I can tell you. But we'll work with it and see what we come up with. I can live with these. You have to go. There we go. There we go. That's the problem. I haven't painted much this year at all. You see, I keep hitting that. Okay. Time. Where are you? Where are you? I know you're in here. I think there you are. It's right here. Perfect? Nah. Am I okay with that? Yeah, it'll be okay. Whoa, did y'all hear that? My belly just growled big time. So, okay. So, I'm not happy with this right in here. There. Okay, that's our corn stalks. That's that. Our leaves are pretty dry. There. We'll just do just a few of those. Oh, and I want to do a few lines in my tree. I like to do a few lines in my branches. Okay. I want to come in here during the winter. You like my tree? Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna be okay with that. And if you're wondering, I'm just adding light. I don't have there. I'm done. I gotta stop. I gotta stop. So here we go. There we go. Guys, I gotta go. I'm gonna see you guys later. I've got to go to the restroom first of all. Oh, I'm gonna go. I've been here nearly 2 hours. That one will be going out to somebody, so it'll be part of the swap. So I'll talk to y'all later. Bye bye. Bye, everybody. Thanks for being here.